It's been a long time since I left you without a video to step to. Thinking about how many videos you slept through? Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. Today is Monday, October the 2nd, 2017, and we're going to kick in with a new pre-market Pulsescan. Last week, I was in the lab the entire week working hard, cranking out new algos for you to profit from. And from what I hear, last week was very interesting. A couple of things came about, and the last couple of videos I left you with, we talked about the dollar and where it needed to close in order to put it into the downtrend. Well, that happened. So now, late in the game, other people are calling a new bull run for the dollar, but they're a day late and the dollar short. I told you these pulse waves are powerful, folks. It tells you where the market is currently at and where it's possibly headed and what you can do about it. Also, since last week, the precious metals markets have gotten hammered, absolutely obliterated. And that's something that I was concerned about for longs. And I gave you those price inflection points. And I told you it looked like we were topping out and that the market was in jeopardy of falling precipitously. And that happened. Also, Hack remained above $30 a share, which is impressive given the current geopolitical situations. Also, I've noticed that Nvidia fell further as well. The only thing that has not changed is the stock market is very strong and will probably continue to be strong, especially with the Russell flirting with 1500, folks. That's right, 1500 Russell. So the stock indices hitting new all-time highs while the other markets are stumbling and a bumbling about. Also, the euro got whacked because of the strength of the dollar, and I did foretell when it was at 120 and change that you were coming back down to that 117 mark and possibly even the 115 mark. I told you that well in advance of the move, and yes, the move has happened. So the question remains, where do we go from here? Well, I'm here to tell you that. So let's jump into the overnights and then we'll get into some very interesting markets. All right. So the Dow is up 52 points at 22,398 after hitting 22,414. The Nasdaq 100 is up 13 and 3/4 at 59.96 and a quarter after hitting 59.99 half, trying to get back above 6,000. Even the S&P 500 staying above 2,500. It's at 25.20 half, up 4.5 points. The Russell up 1.8 points at 1494.70. Natural gas right now is off almost 5 cents at 2.95. And gold down heavy it's down $9.40 at 1275.40. Silver down 7 cents at $16.60. Crude oil right now is down $1.05 at 50.62 half. The strong bond not so strong anymore. It got whacked since last week. We're all the way down to the 152 handle, flirting with the 151 handle. This swings the door wide open, kicks the door off the hinges for higher interest rates. The Fed can do it now in between meetings if it wants to without sending adverse reverberations throughout the market. The soybeans is down 4 at 964.25. I see the GBTC closed at 702 last week. BITCS closed at 12 Well, 12 cents, not quite 12.5 cents, but getting there. Your euro right now is off 73 pips at 117.92. Pounds getting pounded down 127 at 133.12. Your Aussie is off 32 pips at 78.04, and that dollar is strong. It's strong, almost up a full point. So 50 pips at 93.57. So that's a look at the overnight markets. Let's jump into what saith the algos. We'll start with the good news first, and I don't have much of it. Looking at possible trend changes, we'll start there first. All right, we do have a possible trend change alert in the XLY. That's the consumer discretionary ETF, XLY. All right, so we have a possible bullish trend change there. So look for the market to turn bullish. And this is, I'm looking at the weekly bars, looking at what we can expect to happen the beginning of the week here. All right. Now, rally alerts. We have rally alerts in copper, Apple, First Majestic Silver, Amazon, Bitcoin, Chipotle. We have a rally alert in the D gas, but it also has a crash alert, just like Chipotle does. Excuse me. Chipotle and D gas are broken. When I say broken, it means that you have both rally and crash alerts simultaneously. All right, so what generally happens is you get a false move in one direction and then a continuation pattern in the other. So since we're showing that Chipotle's been in a parabolic position to the downside and DGAS is locked in on the downside, I suspect either we're going to have a little pop and then a reversal back down, or it's a possibility we could have a continuation pattern down, then we base out and then rally from there. So either or can play out. Normally when you have the dual signals, you get a move in both directions. All right, you get both supports and resistances taken out. All right, so that's what we have right there. All right, got a rally alert in Global Arena Holdings, Litecoin, PVIX. Let's see, the Global X Silver Miners, that's SIL and SILJ, Steam, the Veritasium, US Steel, and Ripple. Those all have rally alerts for the week, starting the week off here. Not a far stretch. We know how these coins can be. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. All right, moving right along. Let's get into our crash alerts. All right, we have no trend changes shifting from bullish to bearish. We only had one trend change shifting from bearish to bullish, but not bullish to bearish. So no trend changes to speak of, but let's take a look at what else we got. All right. We do have some crash alerts. Hold on, let me go back. I take that back. We do have something shifting from bullish to bearish, and that's the GAHC. That's Global Arena Holding. Now that has a rally alert in it, and it also has a trend shift alert, meaning that it is possible that you will have a nice little rally to start the week, and then that trend shift kicks in from bullish to bearish. All right, that's what we got here. So you got a trend shift alert, and you have a rally alert for the week in that one. All right, let's take a look at these crash alerts, and there are many. All right, so we got, no, say it ain't so. BTCS has a crash alert for the week, and I noticed that the bearish pattern did play out last week. I did see that. All right, FXA, JDST, Dash, Starbucks. All right, the cash Dow has a crash alert. So does the cash Nikkei. Natural gas Dow futures has a crash alert. Natural gas futures has a crash alert. Soybeans, uh, Albemarle, ALB, AMD Advanced Micro Devices, Broadcom, the Euro Yen, the British Pound, FXB, and we know that's true along with the British Pound itself. You see those down heavy. This morning, you see GNR, IBM, IPO. Oh, Nick Nack Paddywhack. NAC has a crash alert. Let's see. Namaska Lithium, Nintendo, and Nvidia have crash alerts for the week. This is very, very interesting to say the least. Let's keep going because we still have a few more crash alerts. All right, we got the Hive blockchain. Uh, the stock is an over-the-counter pink sheet. The ticker is PRELF. Let's see, UNG, Dry Ships, and Cobalt International Energy, ticker CIE. Those all have crash alerts. All right, we have a overbought alert on DBA. That's the Power Shares Agricultural ETF. All right, so there you have it. That's what we got to look forward to today, starting off the week. So I think that the stock indexes run the risk of turning on a dime. So we gotta watch. It looks like the Dow could possibly be the leader on this one. All right. So watch that Dow. Watch your intraday price inflection points. All right. Look at where we are to kick the week off with the first price inflection point for the week, and then take it from there. All right, switching to the daily time frame now. All right, on the daily sheet, we have 4 trend change alerts. 4 securities switching from bearish to bullish. All right, that's First Mining Finance, that's the Consumer Discretionary XLY, Steam, and HQH, Tekla Healthcare. As far as rally alerts, we have looks like a possible one on gold, but I don't know about that one. For this one, I'll just watch the price inflection points. All right, just watch your price inflection points and see what happens. For those of you who are unaware, there are 2 golds and 2 silvers on the sheet. The reason for that is because gold and silver futures are still cashed out in the middle of the day. It's an old school mechanism for pit traded contracts back in the day, and they've never changed it. So around 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when they show the closing price, because that's when the pit closes. But for those of you who are in the know, you know that gold and silver continues to trade until 5 and 5:15 respectively. So, I mean, come on. And that's Eastern Standard Time. So I have both. I have the one for the 5:15 close, and then I have the old school way of doing it. The old school tickers have a 1 in front of them. All right. That's how you know the difference. So just keep that in mind when you're like, which one should I look at? All right. Just take a look at it. The ones that I do, um, the ones I do by hand with those 5 and 5:15 calculations have a bracket in front of it. You know, that slash, the forward slash in front of the symbol. All right, so all the forward slashes are the ones that I do by hand, all right, to take into account certain things. So it's going to be different than the computer generated ones from the exchange. See what else? Oh, when in doubt with gold and silver, when in doubt, just reference the spot prices when in doubt. So if you look at the handwritten ones versus the computer generated ones, and you have a confliction, just reference the gold and silver spot, and you'll find that under the forex tab, and I think I also put it. Yeah, they're also in the in play tab. Okay, so when in doubt, just check those out because the spot won't steer you wrong. All right, so let's see. Back with rally alerts. Cone has a rally alert. ERN, TLT, and Broadridge Financial Solutions, ticker BR. And of course, Gold Spot has a rally alert on it. So just keep an eye on those, and that will help you a little bit. Okay, let's see what else we got here on the daily sheet. We have our crash alerts. Okay, we'll start off with the overbought. We got EFX, which is the Equifax. Equifax is showing an overbought. So any kind of bounce that you saw from last week, it's looking ready to head lower. Copper futures and Nintendo, those three are showing overbought. All right, AMD Advanced Micro Devices is showing a trend change alert from any kind of possible bullish one to a bearish one. So we have a trend change alert that AMD is turning straight up bearish. All right, so be on the lookout for intraday price inflection points. Any violation of that, and you know what comes next, folks. All right, and that's what you got. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, now crash alerts start JNUG, OIH, USO, PRELF, Nat Gas, the NASDAQ exchange itself, the NDAQ, MyGen, JP Morgan, Hashing Space, Global Arena Holdings, the Energy Select Sector Spider ETF XLE, crude oil futures, Bitcoin, Bank of America, Nemaska Lithium, which is NMKEF, also Lithium Energy, which is LIXXF. Both of those are pink sheets and dry ships. Those all have crash alerts on the daily. This is purely looking at the daily sheet for now. All right, and that's what you got. And as far as on the future side, they've already broken out to the upside, some of these. So just keep your eyes open. You can use the daily sheet to time the weekly sheet signals. And if you were just to just purely do that, you would notice that on the daily sheet, negative violations have not happened yet in the overnight markets. And you don't see a crash alert under those stock indexes for today anyway. So looking at today's sheet, you know that on the weekly, we have a crash alert. When that weekly is going to start to rear its ugly head, those crash alerts, you'll know by timing it with the daily sheet. So there you have it. Everything that is on the daily sheet for right now, for the most part, has broken out. Stock indexes you saw have broken out. The US dollar has broken out. All these trades have triggered. All right. So that being said, let me get working on the tutorial for the new sheet. And And with that being said, remember, postwaytrading.com. Come learn how to trade and navigate these algorithmic muddy waters that is called markets. Learn what the central banks don't want you to know. They don't want you taking money out of their coffers. Remember, every time you win a trade, every time you make money in the market, you're taking money out of their coffers and putting it back into yours. Remember that. All right? Postwaytrading.com. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back to these greedy central banksters. Peace.